Have you ever considered using Credible to refinance your student loans or other debts? Maybe you've heard mixed things about how it might affect your credit score. Today, we're diving into that question. Does Credible hurt your credit score? Let's find out together. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about what Credible actually does. It's essentially a marketplace that connects you with potential lenders. So, when you use Credible, you're not applying for a loan directly with them. You're simply getting pre-approved for multiple loans at once. This can be a great way to compare rates and terms without having to pull your credit report multiple times, which can potentially hurt your score. Does Credible hurt your credit score? Now, the million-dollar question. Does using Credible have a negative impact on your credit score? The short answer is, not typically. When you use Credible, they perform what's known as a soft pull on your credit. This is different from a hard pull, which can lower your credit score. A soft pull doesn't show up on your credit report and doesn't affect your score. It's like a preliminary check to see if you're eligible for loans. However, it's important to note that some lenders might still perform a hard pull on your credit after you've been pre-approved on Credible, especially if you decide to move forward with a loan. So, while using Credible itself is generally safe for your credit score, the subsequent steps you take can potentially impact it. If you're concerned about your credit score, it's always a good idea to check with the lender directly before proceeding. Factors to consider. Aside from the type of credit pull, there are a few other factors to consider when it comes to how Credible might affect your credit score. Number of inquiries. If you're pre-approved for many loans through Credible, it's possible that too many inquiries could slightly lower your credit score. However, this is usually minimal. Credit utilization. If you're planning to take on a new loan through Credible, make sure your credit utilization rate, the amount of debt you have compared to your credit limit, doesn't get too high. A high credit utilization rate can negatively impact your score. Payment history. Of course, the most important factor in your credit score is your payment history. If you have a history of late payments, using Credible to take on more debt may not be the best idea. Alternatives to Credible. While Credible is a popular option, it's not the only one out there. If you're concerned about your credit score, you might want to explore other avenues for refinancing your loans or debt. For example, you could try contacting your current lender directly to see if they can offer you a better rate. Additionally, there are many online lenders and credit unions that specialize in refinancing student loans and other types of debt. These institutions may have different policies regarding credit checks and pre-approvals. So, to recap, does Credible hurt your credit score? Generally, no, it doesn't. However, there are a few factors to consider, such as the type of credit pull, the number of inquiries, your credit utilization, and your payment history. If you're considering using Credible or any other debt refinancing platform, it's important to weigh the potential benefits against the potential risks to your credit score. And remember, always shop around to find the best deal for your specific situation. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,